12 years, I still can't do a Spanish accent.
12 years a Spaniard.
Yeah.
Oh. That's actually quite a good film, 12 Years a Slave.
I haven't seen it.
It's pretty... Well, I don't think it was as good as, like, Wolf of Wall Street. Because, like, you know, they're up
completely
against...
different.
Well, no, but they're up against each other for Oscars.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But, I still found it pretty good. Wolf of Wall Street was miles better, though.
Fair enough. Still say Wolf of Wall Street ended abruptly.
No, it's the true story. You can't make up an ending.
You can. Artistic license.
But
Made up a lot of shit.
But on the whole thing, it said it was based on a true story. Like,
yeah, when it says based on a true story, it never means like
they're trying to do it as accurately as possible. What's the word? Possible.
Yeah, but that's like Andy McNabb. Andy McNabb. The other guy from Bravo 20 is the true story.
Tom Clancy?
No.
Robert Rigby?
Tom Clancy's Bravo 20.
I don't know. I don't read like military thrillers.
But no, it was a film.
Oh, wow.
They made about it, and it was from one of the guys, and it was quite fake, parts of it.
Fair enough.
I quite like the way it ended anyway. I thought it was a nice round story.
I don't know, I guess the aliens invading kind of spoiled it a bit.
What?
Yeah. Just Frankenstein coming back to take all his money was a bit of a shocker, but you know, you live and learn.
I think
I'm so confused.
You live and learn on Wall Street. This is like the lethargic episode, isn't it? So apparently we learned that Randy Savage is dead since last week.
Yes, Randy Savage has unfortunately passed.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Don't take stories, kids.
Yeah. Don't abuse your body with wrestling either.
Yeah.
We just watched Gremlins 2. Had Hulk Hogan in it.
Fucking Hulk Hogan.
You've just angered his whole fan base.
Well, Hulk Hogan. He still has one.
His whole community. Yeah, of course he does.
I think his daughter has a bigger fan base than he does.
Isn't that because she does porn?
Does she do porn?
Really?
Remember, I know one of the Hogan family, there's a sex tape. It might actually be Hulk Hogan.
Oh no! That's a sex tape that shouldn't have been released.
It's like,
Do you reckon he himself released it?
It's like, look at me, I'm still a virile young man.
Oh, Hulk. You man beast. Apparently he was on Twitter talking about how lovely his daughter's legs were.
What?
Yeah, I heard about that. That's strange.
That's
Very, very strange.
Maybe he's trying to lift off her porn career. Go
Maybe
look at these legs.
He's trying to sell her off. Highest bidder gets to marry her.
Go to Egypt, we get like 5 camels.
She is blonde.
That's getting cut out.
Why?
It's a fact. People actually do try and buy people for camels.
Tried to buy me for a camel when I went to Israel because my dad works on. I was an engineer on tankers, so they went over. My dad had to go back to work, and it was just me, my mum, and my brother left. I was only about 3.
Right.
I was a little blonde child, and I was like, your child, I give you a camel for your child. He's blonde.
So you slip into a little bit of an accent there. That was
scary.
Well, I mean, halfway through your sentence, you realise it was a bad idea and try to claw yourself out.
Mission failed.
Oh.
No. Okay.
So I saw Iron Sky this week.
Back on this.
Nazis on the moon. It's fucking weird.
I still don't understand the concept of the dark side of the moon. It makes no sense.
The literal concept of the dark side of the moon, or Nazis on the dark side of the moon.
No, just the concept of the dark side of the moon.
It can have a dark.
No, not really, because you're going to see the entire part of it. Even if this part of the world doesn't see it, the other part is.
Well, the moon
is turning.
It's turning around us.
Yeah,
but the moon itself doesn't rotate.
But we do.
We do, but the moon doesn't.
Like when we see the moon, we don't see the dark side of the moon. That's
so
the thing.
We rotate, and the moon rotates around us, but it doesn't rotate. So we'll always be seeing one side of the moon.
It's like a face.
It works out.
It's like it sort of goes around and keeps looking at the Earth as it goes around.
These finger diagrams are just the worst.
You're not even going around your hand. You're going.
I can't go around my hand. My wrist gets in the way.
Could have done that.
It's one. Oh yeah, I suppose. So Nazis live on the dark side of the moon. That was very cool. There's a black astronaut, and they turn him white. They inject him with Aryanocide, I think, or
What?
no, it was like albinicide, I think they called it. And they turned him white and sent him back to Earth. And he becomes a hobo talking about the moon Nazis.
I used to be black. There are Nazis on the moon. It's okay, hobo. It's fine.
It's fucking fantastic. It's got the president she's got a different name, but she is blatantly Sarah Palin. And it's got quite a good story to it. It's not just Nazis invade. It's got some subtleties to it.
I'd imagine it'd be quite like a shit made film though.
No, it's actually quite high budget production,
really?
Which very very odd. And the story's actually quite good. Keeps you guessing.
I thought it would be like a sort of sci-fi movie, you know, the ones on that channel, like Mega Shark. It's this giant octopus.
Nazis at the centre of the Earth.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Nazis at the Centre of the Earth. I'm not expecting it to be as good as Iron Sky,
It's
but
not very good.
Have you watched it then?
Yeah. It's a bad Gore film. No, Al Gore film.
I thought you were going to say that's an Al Gore film.
Yeah, it's actually about Nazis.
It's a bit of
It's
a bit of a different approach to climate change.
Yeah.
I will give you.
It's like a Nazi version of The Inconvenient Truth. Which in itself is an inconvenient truth.
Or, depending on your take on Nazis at the centre of the earth, I call it quite a convenient truth. I'd watch it. Al Gore's in the South Park game.
Yeah, he gets annoying.
He asks you to find the man-bear pig.
I still need to get that off my brother.
The thing is,
I probably won't do until I've done my work.
I've just been watching a Let's Play of it, almost finished with it.
Yeah, I watched like the prologue bit where you learn to fight and stuff.
Yeah,
but then I stopped because I realised I was borrowing it soon and I didn't want to ruin it.
Fair enough. I'm doing that with Dark Souls 2. I haven't seen the end. I'm like 3/4 of the way through it.
But I've seen the whole thing play through. The ending is interesting.
Fair enough. Did you watch the censored or uncensored version?
Uncensored. So Flamme got sent from America.
Ah, nice one.
So, yeah. It's only 30 seconds, a few 30-second things, but I suppose it doesn't break it up quite as much as censoring them does.
Yeah.
Nazis on the brain.
Do you reckon they realised that there were two separate groups? And they were just Nazis that... Nazi civil war between the Nazis on the moon and the Nazis at the centre of the earth. That would be a brilliant tie-in film.
Planetary war.
They both misunderstand Hitler's will.
Yeah, it would be quite cool, I think. Sort of. People on Earth have no idea what the fuck is happening.
Apart from, when they come through the centre of the Earth and get out the other side.
Yeah. Nazis come through the centre of the Earth, break out, and then just fly off into space, and everyone on Earth is like, what the fuck just happened? There's a great bit in Iron Sky where one of the Nazis, she's on Earth, and she finds a group of neo-Nazis. She just goes up to them and starts speaking German. And they're just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Neo-Nazis. Too Nazi for the Nazis.
Fucking Nazis.
Whoa, that's taking a quite hardline stance there, Kev. You gotta be careful with what you're saying there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get a bit controversial statement there. Fuck the Nazis. God. Don't want to offend our Nazi audience.
I think if there's anyone I'd like to offend, it would probably be the Nazis.
Don't want to fall into Western propaganda against the Nazis.
Don't go on about this comment, Jack.
Welcome to the Clueless Cataclysm. I'm Callum Lewis.
I'm Kevin Griffin.
And Jack Nickel.
All right, sound a bit more
Yeah, you
enthusiastic
sound
about
very
that.
upset about that.
As you're commenting on Nazis.
Fucking drag.
Well, fine.
My announcer voice gets more embellished every episode. It's I don't want chewing gum.
Oh, fuck you then.
I have chewing gum. Have some chewing gum.
No.
Okay. We don't want to hear you masticating on the airwaves.
Masturbating, go ahead.
Masticating. Yeah.
Go for
I mean, at least you won't have to hear that unless it's a bit sloppy.
That's so grim.
Oh.
Fuck's sake. There we go.
Cheers, babe. We're falling apart. It's been like this for 3 weeks. Chewing gum was a bad idea. It's been like this for 3 weeks. We've just been like technical problem after technical problem that's just been killing us. So once again, the condenser mic is not working. We're not entirely sure if it ever worked. So
Yeah.
apologies once again for the difference in audio quality. But you know,
You still hear us?
still hear us. It's hard. Audio is hard.
Mm.
And we'll get it working soon. So, with the apologies and excuses section out of the way, what have you two been playing? I know that you haven't been playing much at all, Kev.
No, I've been working too much.
Fair enough. What have you been playing, Jack?
Started a bit of Brothers.
All right, cool.
Yeah. It's enjoyable. It's
How's
a bit,
the story in it?
I haven't really got too far in it. I've only played about half an hour.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, the controls take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah, because you're controlling both at once, aren't you?
Yeah, so you have an analog stick for each one as well as the shoulder buttons for each one.
Yeah.
So-
It feels really... I'd imagine that'd be really confusing.
At the start, then you get used to it, and it's good.
Is the
really
camera
good.
fixed as well?
No, you can switch it around using the shoulder buttons,
Oh, right, okay.
so you can spin around. But I think one of the most interesting parts is obviously it creates a story with how each of the brothers interact with people.
Hmm.
So you can take one brother interact with somebody, like the little one will be complete shit and throw water on them, and the
Nice.
other brother will be like much more mature.
Fair enough.
Because at the start of the story, you know, it's clear their mother drowned
Yeah.
on a barge sort of thing. So by the looks of it, it seems though the brothers had to take over that kind of older parental role kind of thing.
Was there dad? Was there dad?
No idea.
Fair enough.
What a scumbag dad.
He's off with his brother, going on adventures. That's it. That's the prequel.
Prequel, yeah.
How are you going? What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. Been playing some Dragon's Dogma as well.
Yeah. That's really weird music for Dragon's Dogma.
I don't like it because I've got the Dark Arisen expansion for it, and it changes all the music. Like in the original game, it just like the opening music, the theme song was brilliant because it was like this really terribly cheesy like electric guitar.
Yeah. And it's like, there's some girls like...
it really pumps you up, and then in the
Yeah.
and then in the Dark Arisen expansion, it's just operatic, and it doesn't pump you up like the first one does. It's like,
Yeah.
but I mean, the expansion itself is quite good as a new, really difficult area. It's quite good. I'm on New Game Plus at the moment,
Oh, cool.
so being quite enjoyable.
Build anything interesting in Minecraft?
Oh yeah, Meg told me you're trying to build England now.
Well, not entirely England.
Oh yeah, I know, but like...
Jeez.
That's what she said,
Here.
her words.
Well, I was staging a coup in Minecraft because she'd spent a long time building Scotland because she's Scottish, and you know, she fell asleep one night. I went, right, let's build England. So
You just knocked down part of Scotland.
well, no, I created a new world. I wasn't that harsh.
It's like, ha ha ha, all your work is gone now.
I should have built a giant wall between and like separated the map in half.
It's just Hadrian's Wall.
Yes. So yeah, England's coming along quite well. It's really weird though because she started working on it as well, and we have really different building styles. So she's got half of the city that we're building, and I've got another half. And mine's in like this swampy area. It's divided by a castle. Mine's like in this swampy area, and I went for a bit of a Japanese design for it, and she's gone for like European design. So there's a really distinct point halfway through the city where the buildings just change completely. It's kind of cool. I might put a picture of it up, but yes, it's quite odd. So yeah, that's what we've been playing this week.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. We need to get some energy in this podcast.
It's hard.
Star jumps. Everyone do star jumps.
Sounds like a South Korean Workers' Day, where they start like having communal dance.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, let's
so
dance.
We should introduce that into each podcast now. Or?
We should absolutely. It will just be the first 2 minutes of the episode will just be the sound of us grunting and sweating and masticating around. We got some poppy 80s music going on in the background. Or we got whatever celebrities introduced their fitness video at the start of the year. We'll just do it.
Like the soap star has
got sweatbands on the wrists and the band.
Grow out our afros.
I lost 4 stone with this fitness program and a load of other things. And now I'm going to teach you how to look like an idiot. News team.
News team, assemble!
I just feel like I should be a news team.
Yeah. Fucking great, theme tune for our podcast. Welcome to the Clueless Cataclysm.
It's the same tone 3 times. News.
Morse
Tune's
code.
so good they played it thrice.
Let's do the Morse code of NEWS. I don't know what that is, but we can do it.
I don't know why you looked at me as if I know.
I was talking to you.
I'm the Morse code experts on this.
Looks like Callum should know.
Oh, I'm sorry. This podcast available in several languages, including Morse, Braille. We should do a Braille podcast, just entirely Braille.
We'll write it out then.
Yeah.
A blog post.
Well, there's the. I suppose there's the new.
Should do a podcast in sign language.
There's the new. Yeah, sure. There's the new digital screens that they've got out. That the tactile. They have a little electric zaps that go through them that make it feel like the screen is moving.
Yeah,
And
cool.
apparently they're making that for blind people or people who read Braille.
That's cool.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah.
It's just the screen itself isn't changing. It's just the
Frequency.
Like if you put your hand on it, it's like just electrics.
and it makes it feel like it's got rougher edges and things.
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, Braille podcast coming to you soon. News, because God, we've got off track. So a big piece of news this week is Facebook acquiring the Oculus Rift for $2 billion.
$2 billion?
$2 billion.
Which is £1.2 million.
So what do we think
Is
about
it?
this though?
I didn't know the pound was doing that well.
No, yeah, it's doing really well.
Yeah, it's it's quite strong at the moment.
Oh, well then.
Compared to the dollar.
Hooray. £1.2 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
He's seen he also wants to introduce drones. So everybody would have Wi-Fi everywhere.
Zuckerberg wants to...
Yeah, so you got Wi-Fi drones all around the world.
Well, I suppose competes with Google's Wi-Fi balloons.
Yeah.
What if they go around popping the balloons?
Drones, just
War between Zuckerberg and Google.
You see these little air balloons that are just, as opposed to ground balloons. These little air balloons that are just flying around, and the drones come by and just gun them down.
Can you imagine how much I'd hurt? Just this piece of hardware is going straight down from the sky.
I suppose so, yeah. And then the Amazon drones are coming by to clear up the mess.
Let's sweep it up.
Yeah. Little dustpan and brush.
Dystopic future.
Well, Amazon
I would call it
Zones are
dystopic. I'd love to watch that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Amazon
may
Zones
need
are just like Wall-E coming along going, oh, for fuck's sake.
You may need a really strong umbrella.
Yeah.
But, a titanium umbrella.
I think there's an experiment with it. So far, the longest they've been able to hold a drone up permanently for is not permanently.
Is this Facebook's drone or Amazon's?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Facebook's drone. Was 48 hours.
Wow.
As long as they've been able to keep them up, and obviously they need them up longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to dip and dive in terms of
They have to
Wi-Fi
keep
service.
Them, like, replacing them, charging me for every 2 days. I can't speak today, guys.
Unless you use solar power.
Yeah, that could be a good idea.
Could be
Yeah.
Could be
But
interesting.
would they eventually just burn out?
Surely wouldn't Wi-Fi towers be a better solution?
They're
How
expensive to make them, aren't they?
How far are these drones flying?
I mean,
Or how high are they flying?
I don't know because not actually sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you don't know how much they can cover, so not yet anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do we think to Facebook taking it?
Oh, I'm very.
What was his reasoning?
His reasoning, because he wanted to get into the VR market,
Mark
which is
Zuckerberg
good.
and money.
Yeah, to bring like entertainment purposes and stuff.
I mean, I don't think it's like the reasoning behind it is pretty simple. I don't think it was a nefarious. We're going to take over. Like, I don't really like Zuckerberg, but I assume he's not an evil mastermind. He's just a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
So his reasoning is sound for taking the company.
And you could see it in two ways. The increasing gamification of social media or the increasing social media within games. Or it could just be a bit of both, really.
Yeah. Well, it is like on the cusp of becoming quite a big thing, I think. So, that said, I am a little bit disappointed with it.
Yeah.
Because the Oculus Rift in particular, like not that Facebook's getting into VR gaming, but just the Oculus Rift in particular was originally a Kickstarter, and it was built very much from the ground up by people who love games, for people who love games. It's sort of like a grassroots attempt at VR gaming, and that's kind of shattered the dream, I suppose, with this. It is because
you don't think he's going to put like Facebook onto virtual reality.
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but I wouldn't do that anyway.
He did talk about
sitting around with this thing on their faces, not talking to each other.
He did talk about Zuckerberg talked about the possibility of ads on it to his shareholders.
Yeah.
So
we need to bring in finance somewhere, don't you?
Well, yeah, but that finance surely should just be the initial purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
damn it.
It's like it doesn't need to be sustained by ads.
But then what isn't sustained by ads nowadays, though? It's such a big...
A lot of things. Like, if it's free, then it'll be sustained by ads.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're making an initial purchase of it, then most of the time it won't be.
It's like mobile apps. You get the free version, you always get interrupted after every game you play or something.
Well, you can definitely... It doesn't need apps. It doesn't need ads. It's just that we're so used to it, having it, that it just seems like a regular thing. And I don't know. The sort of acquisition of it just seems. It seems a lot like a money grab on Oculus's part, because they were ludicrously successful even before it hasn't even been released yet, and they were incredibly successful within like a hardcore gamer niche.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure how much I'm guessing now that it's going to be pushed towards. Everyone. Yes. So we might see like a cheaper, less high quality build of it.
And it's not entirely focused on games either now.
No.
Which is I find quite disappointed, to be honest.
Would it have ever been?
Yeah, I don't mind that it's not being
I was kind of expecting it just to be another games platform.
Well, I was expecting it to be like game centric, but also could have like the experiences just like walking around like castles and things. Or like virtual aquariums like they have. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be targeted so much towards like high-end gaming. It's a bit of
a niche market. Really.
It's a bit of a worry that they might put out like a worse product and it might end up being like a Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
Or it's just,
yeah,
it's
vector
just-
graphic.
well, I don't think it'll be vector graphic, but it's just
No,
like
yeah.
nothing like what people wanted.
Yeah, like Watch Dogs.
Yeah, like Watch Dogs.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, because I mean, you remember back when Google acquired YouTube, everybody was then calling the death of YouTube at the time.
Well, yeah.
That it sold out, and it's gone on to be stronger, arguably, and it's still
True.
protecting the content creator.
But that is entirely software.
Yeah,
Hardware-wise,
I know.
and Facebook hasn't dealt in hardware before.
No.
Then you have
So-
to start somewhere.
Well, yeah,
I mean, previous to the PlayStation 1, Sony had never dealt with any hardware before, had they?
true.
They-
Well, they haven't dealt with any gaming hardware.
no.
They have-
But I mean, I suppose you have to start somewhere, so why not acquire something that's already...
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I definitely see the reasoning behind Facebook
Yeah.
doing it. It's just, I'm not so sure that it does feel a little like the dream is dead.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think for a lot of people it does seem, though, that it's just the fact that Facebook... Because Facebook is such a big
Yeah,
company and people don't like Facebook, especially after the social network,
Yeah.
yeah.
or Mark Zuckerberg.
hmm
A lot of people are not necessarily anti-Facebook, but still use it. They're a big corporation, therefore they're soulless, in a way.
Well, I think
I don't-
Zuckerberg himself has kind of contributed to that.
Yeah.
He had his press release a few years ago where he said privacy is dead on the internet, and he got booed off stage.
Yeah. It was his aim
He's-
to make it less private as well, wasn't it?
Well, his aim was to be part of a clique, really. The reason Facebook you have to accept people rather than to like Twitter where you can look at anything is because people want to be exclusive.
Yeah,
That was part of the idea of Facebook. You're part of this exclusive group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And hence the reason people go around and have like thousands of friends on Facebook and just acquire more and more and more and more.
of course there is a danger of becoming too exclusive. That was Google Plus's problem.
Yeah.
Mm.
And think about Facebook, part of that's taking the piss out of in South Park, Stick of Truth.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, they have their own version of
yeah.
Facebook
Oh,
on there.
yeah, they do. Isn't it like every person you meet, you get a friend request and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
And then obviously there's a twist at the end.
Oh, okay.
And your parents won't speak to you unless you have a certain amount of friends.
Yeah.
Following the episode, of course.
Well, because he at the very start of the game they tell you like, "I'll go out and play and make some friends,"
Yeah.
and then you get back to the house and talk to them, and they're like, "Oh, well, I see you haven't made many friends on Facebook. Get back out there." But yeah, back to Facebook acquiring the Oculus Rift. I don't know. I just can't really shake the feeling that it's going to be bad for the Rift. It feels
Yeah.
like it had its market, and now it wants a bigger slice of the pie, and it'll be worse off for it.
Is it bad for the Oculus Rift and good for Sony, though,
What with the Morpheus?
with the Morpheus?
I suppose so, because
People like Sony, they trust Sony, they don't trust Facebook.
Yeah.
So is it good for them and bad for Oculus Rift?
I suppose, yeah, I guess so. It feels bad that VR gaming has become pretty much immediately
It's
the sole domain of big
Much
companies.
Mm.
Well, I suppose you have to consider how much it must take, how much money must be
Yeah, but
invested into it to make it.
But that's what made the Rift such a big success, because so many people wanted it, and because it cost so much, and yet still people were able to fund it.
Mhm.
So
Even before the release of any form of VR, grassroots VR is dead as post grassroots VR.
yeah, I don't know. So in relation to that, John Carmack, who's working at Oculus at the moment, he said, "I have zero personal background with them, and I could think of other companies that would have more obvious synergies. However, I do have reasons to believe that they could get the big picture as I see it, and would be a powerful force towards making it happen. You don't make a commitment like this just on a whim. I wasn't personally involved in any of the negotiations. I spent an afternoon talking technology with Mark Zuckerberg, and the next week I found out that he bought Oculus." He sounds like he's not very sure about this.
Yeah.
Could it be Google's?
It's not really reassuring, is it?
It sounds like
Sorry.
he has to talk the company line on it, but he's
Yeah.
not personally very excited about it.
Yeah.
Could it be Facebook's answer to Google's glasses?
I think so, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely they could be expanding out into being a Google Glass competitor.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the Rift itself, but with the company.
Or even whatever they create, they can then...
Yeah, that's what I mean, that they can use the technology from the Rift.
Yeah.
Because the Rift itself, if you look at it, there's no way that'll be...
It's fucking humongous.
Imagine walking down the street with that, you just walk into lampposts everywhere.
Well, I mean, because
it's
there's
like
no...
a 1980s future.
Because it's not... I mean, it's not even like transparent or translucent, so you would be blind.
Mm-hmm.
But they could definitely use the technology to create a competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be excited to see that, certainly, because Google Glass seems to be going... Like, Google Glass is definitely being designed by engineers. They haven't really got onto the fact that this is going to be something that you have to wear on your face, and it looks stupid.
It does look stupid.
Google Glass looks awful.
Everyone's going to look like cyborgs.
It's like...
walking around with this
You
little
can't
screen.
make... I've just got this really weird thing, like, Google Glass seems so exciting to me, but I would never wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
I
probably
wouldn't wear it
like,
out.
I'd wear, like, the second version, maybe, or they were talking about integrating the technology into glasses, so I'd like to see that, so that I could wear them in my glasses.
Yeah.
But the very first version of Google Glass, it's like an eye patch with an antenna on it. And not even a cool eye patch.
It looks like a bad sci-fi film.
It does. It's just got this weird antenna that goes across, and even if you made another lens on it to cover the other eye, even if it didn't do anything, then it would look a lot better than it does. But
it looks like glasses.
It would look like glasses.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Just one half of your face is covered with this transparent
got
screen.
Stigma in your like right eye.
Yeah.
So do you know if you start recording it as the red light that appears? It'd be like the Borg from Star Trek, just turn around.
Oh my god, I thought of that.
Shave your head to look like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
I'll come in one day and I'll go, Kev, do you want to start the podcast? And he'll turn around really slowly with Google Glass. Be better if you didn't even
assimilated.
If you didn't even acknowledge it. You're like, yeah, I'll do a podcast. I'll be like, what is that on your face? You're like, what?
Yeah, that would
There's
be
nothing on my
that
face.
would be fucking scary.
Like, whoosh.
Alright, Kev, let's not do it today. Bye.
Have you been on Facebook lately? Would you like an alternative? Would you like my Google Plus name? You're like, no, don't do this.
What's happened?
Let me follow you on Google Plus.
No.
Have you been on YouTube lately? What is your real name, Callum? What is your real name? What is your real
I have
name?
your
What is your real
profile right
name?
here in front of me.
What's your age?
What's your
Where do you live?
What is your credit card number?
So I can tell the Taiwanese.
What?
What's
I had no idea where that was going. Have you seen the in Silicon Valley where they got people testing out Google Glass at the moment? They've been people have started calling them glass holes.
Oh, that's
It's,
an imaginative name.
I do like that they have all this technology coming out, but it seems like it could go in such a bad way, and I'm worried that it seems like it is going in such a bad way.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's awkward. It's very weird. So Oculus. So you're optimistic about it, Jack?
I'm not so optimistic. I don't know. It could be interesting to see. Undecided so far, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm not really sure what to expect now.
I mean, it could be good, could be terrible.
Well, this is unprecedented for Facebook. I mean, we said that they haven't dabbled in hardware before, so we'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I know that Notch, creator of Minecraft, he's been very vocal about it.
What's it you said?
He's been posting on Twitter for days on end about it because his first tweet about it was saying that he'd been in talks with Oculus about getting Minecraft to be supported by the Rift.
That would be pretty cool.
But he's now backed out of it. He said, Facebook creeps me out. So
Well, there's a downfall then.
Yeah.
Then Minecraft on Oculus Rift would be quality.
especially seeing as there were rumours that he was going to release it for free on the Rift,
Ooh.
just to gain support for the device itself.
Yeah.
But now, not so sure.
But he's Farmville.
But
on
he's
the Rift.
Farmville on the Rift. Oh no!
So every now and again, this little notification pops up in the Oculus Rift, like, yeah, you've been invited to play Farmville
with your neighbours. It's like, no!
Rip
Stop
it
it!
off your face. But then you can't. You've been assimilated. So he's been very vocal about it. I imagine Valve's got to be pretty pissed off at the moment because they gave the Rift a lot of support for free, simply because they were like, this is a small Kickstarter and were very passionate about it. Yeah. So they gave them a lot of support, and a few of their technicians went over to help them out for free.
And they're not getting anything out of it, are they?
And well, I don't think they wanted to get anything out of it, like, directly. It was just a show of goodwill, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean,
but now it seems like all their work has basically been co-opted by Facebook, who could certainly have funded that themselves.
Yeah.
So
I can understand why they would be annoyed. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they had no idea that this thing would happen, but it does seem annoying that their work has been taken by Facebook for free.
Yeah.
So
because it's different, obviously, because it's not a small Kickstarter company, Facebook.
No.
It's
it's a corporation.
It's quite a large corporation as well, at that.
Yeah. So we'll see how it turns out, but very mixed opinions across the entire internet and in this room, I suppose.
Yeah. So time will tell. Only time will tell. So.
Only time will tell. So moving on to the next bit of news, Titanfall won't ban you for cheating.
They just make you play with other cheaters.
Yes. So I love this news.
That's the same thing that GTA did. If you shoot people, you only get to play with people who shoot people.
Yeah, but that system was a bit flawed because
you could easily just
it's all based around shooting people.
Yeah.
And like blowing up each other's cars. You get like a bad sport for it, but a lot of the time you have to. But Titanfall has got a very direct thing that if you're flagged for being a cheater or using tools to hack the game, then they'll just put you in lobbies with other cheaters.
Yeah.
Which I find great.
Yeah, that would be quite an entertaining match to see.
It's not outright banning people or stopping them from playing the game. It's just it's forcing them to learn, corralling them.
Yeah,
I suppose
it'll anger the cheaters that they're being cheated.
Yeah,
it's a really good system, actually.
Yeah, because I mean, I suppose if they stop you from playing online, they stop you from playing the entire game.
Yeah.
And I don't really like the idea of that. It's like even if you are a cheater, you did buy that game, you do have a right to play it, but you don't have a right to play it with legitimate players.
Well, you still have. The thing is, obviously, there's issues with copyright law because if you then change the game, you don't technically own the game. So by hacking it, even though you bought it, it's still against copyright. I
suppose so, but that's more seeing it from a legal standpoint. I was thinking at it from like a financial standpoint. If like you'd spend £40 on a game. Yes, you're cheating.
To play for it at least
yes, you're cheating, but I'd still like to see you play, but definitely with other cheaters.
Yeah.
Even if it's in just the case that you'd be getting punished for it, it may be changing your behaviour, whereas an outright ban might not.
Mm-hmm.
An outright ban might say to them, they might say, well, fuck this then, I'm going to cheat even more.
Yeah. You've seen it's not actually cheating, but hacking sort of communities created through like Halo and that, so it could be interesting. See if that would happen with Titanfall. It creates another sort of community.
Oh yeah,
through
it could even be a positive thing.
Just learning cheats off each other as well.
Yeah, definitely. And people, there
are
more
enjoyable, I guess.
Like in any community, in any multiplayer community, there are people that like to test the limits of the game.
It's created some really interesting things previously.
Yeah, like getting out of the maps in a lot of games. That's always the first thing a lot of people try to do is get out of the maps so they can get a different angle on things. Halo's very famous for that. I like the idea of they just playing with each other if there is a community for that.
Yeah.
GTA Online has also had a few things like that. People have hacked the game to make it so that the entire island is underwater. Or it's very weird.
I wouldn't see how that's enjoyable. It's just either boats or a load of people swimming going, oh fuck.
Well, it's not. It's underwater. It's only a visual effect, I think. I don't think
Right.
the actual effects of being underwater.
Well, there's sharks still swimming around as well. Driving down the street to see a shark. Oh, run over a shark!
I tried to stab a shark in GTA 5.
Yeah, I tried that as well in the sea.
Yeah.
Just like, come on, run. Oh, I'm dead.
I managed to get a couple of stabs in, but yeah, it did. I failed.
I RPG'd the water.
You could do that as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's one way to do it. So yeah, that's Titanfall. I want to get into Titanfall.
Yeah.
I'm building a PC in the next few months, and I'll get into Titanfall because it looks really good.
Mm. It does look enjoyable. It looks fun.
Yeah, they got a 360 version coming out.
Yes.
Couple of weeks, I think.
Sweet.
So I imagine that they said that it was technical problems between for the reason why the 360 version was delayed.
Yeah.
I just reckon it was so people get Xbox One.
Yeah.
Which, sure,
good marketing strategy.
it's good marketing.
Yeah.
And I don't really fault them for it. It is a very legitimate strategy.
It is supposed to be Xbox One's launch game
Yeah,
as well.
it is their big title. They can do with it what they want, and it's only like a 3 or 4. It's only like a month's delay.
Yeah.
So if it was like a year's delay, then
Sure.
sure.
A bit different, yeah.
That'd be a bit stretching out a bit too far.
Yeah, but this is fine. So that's Titanfall's way of dealing with cheaters, which I like quite a
Effective
lot.
system.
I mean, yeah, you've seen a few others that do it in a similar way. SI Games, you do Football Manager. If you torrented Football Manager 2014, it wouldn't lock you out straight away. What it would do, rather, would remove all the real names. It would remove all the real teams and all the real leagues.
Oh, right.
So it's all fake names, fake leagues.
So it's like the Pro Evo
I was just about to say.
console.
So a lot of people, obviously, they don't want to play like that.
Yeah.
You can still play it, but it won't be the same experience.
You won't get the same sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, so it kind of pushes people towards buying it rather than directly sort of...
It's a good strategy.
Yeah.
Rather than stopping people from doing things like pirating a game, you change the game to make them feel bad, essentially.
You just kind of direct them towards buying it.
The newest Serious Sam game, they had something like that. They had anyone who pirated the game, pirated copies had an invincible pink scorpion that would follow you around every level, and just
would
annoy
it try
you.
and kill you? Or?
Oh yeah, you'd have to run away from it, and it would try and kill you.
It'd like come over a building and attack you as soon as you you start on top of a roof or whatever.
Yeah,
and it just comes straight at you.
And you can certainly complete the game with it.
Yeah.
But it's just
a lot harder.
It's just a lot harder, and it's just an annoyance. So I like those ways of the developers fucking with cheaters.
Yeah.
While still letting them play the game. More good news for some. Maybe not for King.
Huh?
King, developers of Candy Crush, had its first day of public trading the other day. That was Tuesday, I believe. Tuesday or Wednesday. Their stock went down 15.6% on the first day of trading, after it was valued initially at $7.6 billion.
Whoa.
Good God. So this is the worst first day for an IPO in US history. I am so happy about this. So yeah, King, not really the juggernaut that we thought it would be, or that a lot of people thought it would be.
You say that was the first day it went down by 15?
Very first day it went on
That's
sale.
Quite a drop.
Worst drop in history.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of people are sort of speculating that this is a bubble that's happening, and this is the first time we've seen that app gaming and things might crash.
Mm-hmm.
So, and anything that hurts King can.
Is that why you're happy about it?
I'm so happy about it. You copyright the words. No, you trademark the words. Candy.
You can't do that to Candy.
You can't do that to Candy. Leave Candy alone.
I'll put Candy in the corner.
Put Candy in the corner. You do that, and then you earn my hate. So
Yeah.
to see them doing badly is brilliant. And also, like...
Freud chat. I can't remember.
Shade
the
of
word.
Freud.
Freud. That's it.
Freuded shade.
Freud and shake.
Freuded shade.
Freudian shake.
New blender. Where was I going with this? So, yeah, so their stock's down. It does seem like, because King has over 100 games on sale currently, but Candy Crush makes over 70% of their profit. And app gamers are fickle.
Yeah.
Like they could easily just stop playing Candy Crush en masse when the next big thing comes out.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see why that contributed to their stock price falling.
So slight change, but I just realised Kev drew judging eyebrows on that cat on his
on his calendar here.
on his calendar.
It was originally angry eyebrows. Because he just looks pissed off, doesn't he?
He does.
So the fuck are you looking at, you cunt?
Shaggy man.
Ragged it behind KFC.
Still.
We're not going on this tangent.
Do you reckon he invested in King?
He said, fuck's sake.
But to get back on track.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 50% down, but they're still being valued at, I don't know, around 6 billion.
Yeah, it's still
Even after that, that's massive.
Yeah.
For a company that has one game making almost all of their profits.
So you can look happier now, kitty.
Oh god, here we go. He's drawing. No, that just makes it worse.
Looks like it's frowning a lot more. There's like got little creases underneath its mouth.
I don't know what I was going to do. Let's make him Harry Potter.
Well, I know what's going to be what's going to be put up on Facebook next.
What, the picture of the kid?
Picture of the cat. So
Put on Oculus Rift.
6 billion dollars. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially just for a
Just for a one game.
Do you know how it compares to platform gaming?
How app gaming in general, or
Yeah. Like, no, the value.
the value of it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like mainline publishers, like the big publishers like EA and Activision, they're far and away bigger than King. But King is,
for one game, it's pretty impressive.
that is incredible. Like the sheer price of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at things like Oculus Rift, to go back to it, being bought for $2 billion,
Yeah.
you're definitely seeing like social media companies and like people associated with like the app gaming scene going into like mainline games. So we do have like a
converging of technology.
Yeah, so it seems like app gaming is only going to get bigger and may swallow mainline gaming somewhat. However,
well, the drop sort of suggests it won't at the moment.
At the moment, I don't think that's a sign of the trend as a whole.
Yeah,
I just think it's the fact that it's one game. And if people decide that they don't want to play Candy Crush anymore, then King is dead.
Yeah.
The King is dead. So I don't think that's a sign of app gaming as a whole. However, I say this, but where the hell do I put this? Peter Molyneux, there we go. Peter Molyneux, our good old friend, has told gamers to enjoy the indie scene while it lasts, because it won't last. So,
if anything, I think it's getting bigger.
I think it's getting bigger. But he's been comparing it to music, saying that people used to like small punk and garage bands, but now they've moved on, and now it's all manufactured pop music. And the same might happen to games, where people will go back to liking the big publishers again, and buying their games more than indie games. It's a really weird statement coming from him, because one, he's not really known for spreading the doom and gloom a lot. He's usually quite a positive person. And two, because he's running an indie company.
Yeah.
So he's put in a bad...
Why did you even say that?
He's tarnishing his own... not business.
Well, yeah, he's tarnishing his own business.
I can see where he's coming from at the same time, though. In a way.
You think indie gaming's
a
fad?
No, I think it's just going to keep developing, to be honest.
Indie game is a tricky one, really, because, video game crash kind of caused by indie gaming, in a way, with the Atari.
Yeah, there wasn't
too
really
many people.
Too many bad quality
Yeah.
games coming out, which...
regardless of their quality, they're created by independent companies.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you had Nintendo, who came up with the seal of approval, Nintendo. And PlayStation 1, again, you got quite a few indie.
But that said,
titles.
It's
always been there. And
the
obviously
indie
it's going to go in big dips and dives.
True. That said, the indie game scene at the moment, they are being pushed mostly by Steam, actually.
Yeah.
And Steam does have a form of quality control. It does often let bad titles slip through, but I think overall it's...
overall, I'd say Valve's fantastic with what they're doing.
Yeah.
So, in a way, the indie gaming may hinge on that.
Yeah.
May hinge on, like...
Steambox.
Well, not Steambox, because Steambox I'm still predicting is going to be a failure.
Well, it's
but
not really...
Steam itself, and things like Greenlight, I think that's a way of keeping indie gaming in check.
They need to sort out Greenlight, though. There's still quite a few issues, as you said, with bad titles getting through.
Yeah, definitely.
Certain titles not getting the funding they probably deserve.
Yeah, certain broken titles as well.
Yeah.
Just don't work at all. But I don't think it's going to be like a... I don't think there's going to be an indie game crash anytime soon.
No. And you're saying with music how it stopped, but it's still there. You still have small punk scenes, or arguably it's post-punk or whatever you want to call it.
I listen to it.
Well, because it expands.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Changes.
Do you listen to new punk bands or the classic punk bands?
That's a good point.
But
then there's the classic ones that are like released new album 2 years ago, like Blink-182. Released in April.
Yeah, but Blink-182 have sort of transferred over to being
they're pop punk. They've always been a big manufactured band as it is. They're not a garage band.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, say, Death. But then if you're going to start calling things post whatever, everything becomes that. Because there's a genre of film called mumblecore.
Right.
And essentially it's by these... It has similar themes, but originally it was created by, say, a biography about a guy who just got out of college, and there's these kids with big floppy hair, hipsters who mumbled a lot.
Yeah.
And the argument is, after the first mumblecore film was made, everything after that becomes post-mumblecore. Because it became backed by bigger film companies.
Yeah.
So films that star like Ellen Page in it have similar themes to this sort of thing, but they're backed by big companies.
Yeah.
So it's just like the impression of indie, when really it isn't.
Yeah.
So,
but it still has similar themes. It's just slightly better made with slightly more money.
Yeah.
Does it really matter what it's called? Whether it is indie or post-indie or pre-indie or...
True.
Whatever you want to call it.
So you're saying that in like a gaming context,
it'll still be there.
Well-funded developers might create games with the impression of them being indie.
Yeah, because then you have to define what exactly is indie. Is it a market structure, is it a business model, or is it a certain theme of gaming?
Fair enough. I mean, I hadn't really thought...
Look at it.
It is a good way of looking at it, definitely. The Peter Molyneux, that was really weird coming from him.
Yeah.
22 Cans, his company, they've got... it's based around the idea of they're going to create 22 games, each one better than the last, and the 22nd game is going to be some sort of revolution in gaming. They're only 2 games in.
And they're already dead.
But they're releasing fast, Molyneux. So yeah, I mean, bringing it back, I think I'm so happy to hear about King doing badly.
It's going to keep on coming back to this fucking King.
Yeah, fucking King. We'll give you new market research next week. Right. Remember last week when we talked about the 2 leaked Assassin's Creed games for this year? Right. literally the day we recorded that podcast, they confirmed Assassin's Creed Unity, which is going to be their next gen release. So it's not going to be released on the current gen at all.
Yeah,
it's in the PS4 and
yeah, it's in the PS4, the Xbox One, probably a PC release as well.
Yeah.
And they showed a trailer where you're going to be an assassin during the French Revolution. Seems cool. Yeah. I love the fact that they're going back to like a big urban environments.
Yeah,
because I was always a fan of the older games where they'd be set in cities.
Yeah, the only bit of urban bits just outside the city where you have to travel to the next one.
And Paris is it's a brilliant city for parkouring.
Notre Dame would be pretty cool to climb as well.
I mean, they showed Notre Dame. It was very prominent in the trailer.
Yeah, I'd love to have that instead of the music from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
That would be incredible.
Someone's going to make that video.
Probably.
Yeah.
Although it's been weird, a few people have got the wrong idea about this. I saw a few comments saying, "Oh, we're going to climb the Eiffel Tower."
No.
You may be a bit disappointed there.
You might be a bit early.
But it looks good. I'd like to. I'm very interested in seeing how it turns out visually as well for like a next gen Assassin's Creed game.
A lot more in depth.
Yeah. And they're parkour up and parkour down. I know we talked about this last week, but we'll see how that turns out because I have no idea. It could go in any different way.
Yeah.
But the other game that will be releasing this year, there have been rumours that it will be a direct sequel to Black Flag.
I still need to play that.
I still need to play that.
Apparently it's quality.
Enjoyable. Yeah.
And that will be released for current, last gen, 360, PS3, maybe Wii and Wii U. Don't count on it though.
No. Are they actually big on the Wii and Wii U?
Well,
Assassin's Creed games.
Black Flag was released on the Wii U.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think anything's really big on the Wii U, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
aside from first-party titles,
Rayman was released on the Wii U, and obviously has certain features for the Wii U, and it was very, very well done.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the games are bad quality. I'm just saying that they haven't been financially successful, so they may not continue to develop for them. I know EA has certainly came up very early and said that we won't be developing any games for the Wii U for the foreseeable future.
They've obviously not got any profit from it.
No, not at all. But so this sequel to Black Flag, Jack, you're the only one who's actually played Black Flag. What do you think about it?
I really like it. It's enjoyable. It's much more consumable than the last few games. It's much easier to digest. It's not quite as convoluted. It's a bit more laid back, really.
It seems to me like with these two games, it seems like one of them, like they're splitting the series into like the classic Assassin's Creed and the new Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
I think it's a good way to go. There's obviously quite a lot of people who like the new Assassin's Creed.
I mean, the audience is certainly split in that way.
Yeah.
There's people like me who like the whole Animus storyline and like the whole like convoluted plot lines. Things.
Yeah.
But that said, there are a lot of people who like Black Flag. Black Flag's really popular just because it goes back to its roots, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my only worry about this is that they're cranking them out a bit too fast.
Yeah, it's becoming a yearly thing.
Like the quality might go down. Well, it's bi-yearly now with this.
Yeah.
What sort of storyline are they doing? Are they just keeping it in that era, or they've got the whole Animus thing going on?
With Black Flag? Black Flag 2?
No, one of the new ones.
Black Flag still has the Animus feature of it.
Yeah, but not so...
Do you know who you are in the Animus, though? Because obviously...
You're not necessarily in the Animus. It's very self-aware.
Okay.
Without spoiling anything, you are a video game company creating a game. The game being Black Flag.
Well, it sounds quite interesting, actually.
However, it is a bit crass with how it shows you that.
Okay.
It's maybe a little bit too meta.
Well, I mean, it's like the Animus already was a bit meta, so it's a meta narrative now.
Yeah. It might be a bit too forward with it though, because like you walk down a promenade and it's like, oh, did you see our last game, Assassin's Creed Liberation? It's like, fuck's sake.
No.
They could have made it a bit more subtle, changed the word of it,
Yeah, maybe.
change something around.
But
Or like have a hint of something out that game.
Yeah, not just
Look
hey, look
at
this
this.
is the game that
Shot
we
a
last
picture
made.
of it, like, oh,
You are working in Ubisoft,
it costs
Montreal.
blah, blah,
Hence the reason everything's in French.
blah.
By the way, we speak French.
I would love to see. This is what I wanted with Black Flag, that they might create a purely pirate franchise from it rather than
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed. So maybe they're testing the waters, literally.
Then how far can you go with that? How many can you create in what time span?
How
can
many
you
pirate
do?
games?
Well, you can do the whole like Indian Ocean pirates, you know, like with the East
Well,
Trading Company.
That's what they've done.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because then you got the East India Trading Company, the Nabobs, and so on. But that isn't. It's not that wide a time span.
Mm.
Well, it could be that.
When you got the Buccaneers, which are when did they play with Queen Elizabeth II? First. Queen Elizabeth II's now.
I mean, you could go like the privateers angle as well.
Yeah.
Destroying mercenary
Spanish
pirates,
ships and stuff.
essentially.
Yeah.
So there's ways to go about that. Maybe not on a yearly release. Like every year, a pirate game would probably get boring.
Yeah.
There isn't as much room to wiggle in that as there is with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So
They're getting steadily more modern with the era as well.
Again,
well, they went backwards with Black Flag.
yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that the other section where you got 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, but they've 1, 2, 3 they went forward in time, and then
Yeah, but
Black
now
Flag they
you've
went
got-
back a bit. So I don't think
Yeah.
they're like restricted into just going forward in time.
I mean, I think you're probably restricted to certain time period based on how many people know it. Because I mean,
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, I don't know if it's like popular time periods. They've always tried to go into time periods that aren't so well known, or areas that aren't picked up on in games a lot. Like the Renaissance. Like
But it's still
people
a
had a vague
well-known-
knowledge.
it's
It's well
still a
known, but people
well-known
only have like a
period.
vague knowledge of it. And
like, you always have this well-known historical figure like Da Vinci.
yeah, but
You're not going to go for like, the Paris Commune,
Yeah.
which
Well-
nobody knows about.
Could you imagine they did one in World War II? You go around assassinating Nazi captains or something, and then you try and assassinate Hitler but fail.
I wouldn't like the idea.
I
of
wouldn't
that.
like it, but
No.
I could see them
They
eventually.
had a couple of
ending up
games
there.
like that. They had
Yeah.
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
I guess.
That's nice.
I was thinking more like the Saboteur. And,
Yeah. I like that game.
There was another game where you play as a spy. You had to go around.
Is it just literally spy?
I don't think it was called Spy. It was you play as like a female spy assassin,
Yeah, I know.
and just go around like literally like assassinating Nazi captains and things.
Alright.
Which I never played, but it seemed like a good concept. They had I saw some really cool artwork for World War One Assassin's Creed. Jesus.
Scared the shit out of that,
For a World War One Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
where
Is that fan mood?
But again, would that
it
work?
wasn't
though?
fan made, but it wouldn't work. But it was a nice little piece of artwork.
No, but I mean, if they did that, would it work? Would they be able to sell it to other places that's not Europe?
I think so.
Yeah.
You reckon they'd be able to sell it to America, who have no
Definitely.
connection to World War One?
America did have connections to
Very
World War
little,
One.
though.
Yeah, but they like to think that they do.
No, with World War Two, obviously they're like, oh, we saved you. World War One, not necessarily. They can stay out of it. So it's
Well, I still think they could
Yeah,
definitely sell
they
it.
still
to-
enjoy the play, like the gameplay.
why
Yeah,
haven't we had a
just-
World War
I
One
just-
game previously? It's always focused on World War Two
Yeah,
because you have
Yeah.
to sell it.
I'm not saying that they should make a World War One game. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that this was
Yeah,
a cool
yeah.
little thing that they had in it. Maybe they could just have a for lesser well known or time periods that may not have worked so well for a mainline game. Could just have a setting or a time period swapping game, like
Yeah.
a game that goes into multiple little areas, little chunks.
Yeah,
That would be an interesting idea, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so much because you wouldn't be able to have like so much of an open world,
Mm.
but it could work. But yeah, that's two Assassin's Creed games that are coming out.
Yeah.
They've also said that Ubisoft have said they wouldn't ever do an Assassin's Creed with cars.
No, it
Which,
wouldn't.
no
it would ruin
time
it
period with
completely.
cars. It would ruin it. It would make parkour useless,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they've made that decision. I really wouldn't want to see a full modern Assassin's Creed game.
No.
Especially with the amount of guns, no one uses swords or anything anymore.
I mean, when they have had the modern sections, they've had to sort of make contrived excuses for not using guns.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 2, they came in with batons, but just use a gun. So I wouldn't want to see a modern Assassin's Creed. But judging by the news here, they don't seem to be going anywhere near a modern Assassin's Creed. So that's good. So, small piece of news. Telltale's Game of Thrones series will be taking place alongside the events of the TV show.
Oh.
So,
cool.
it's cool. It does kind of write them into a corner, though.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
I'm looking forward to it. They just...
Yeah.
In this way, especially with the choices, unless they try and go as like a alternate timeline, which I don't imagine they would, it would have to be nothing that would affect the events of the show.
Yeah.
I suppose it is restricted to it.
Mm. Which, I mean, it works with The Walking Dead because it's just like in a completely different area with completely different characters.
It's just the same concept.
But Game of Thrones is all about like really wide-sweeping political maneuvers and wars and things. So you're having a much larger impact on the world.
Yeah. You do have side stories created by George R. R. Martin. There are side books as well.
Yeah.
About the history of Game of Thrones. So it could be taken part in a different... Obviously, it can't now because they've just said it's taken part alongside.
It could take part in a different
part of the
world.
There
aren't that many parts of the world that are unexplored, to be honest.
I suppose you got obviously you got Westeros, and then you got the other side. So
with Daenerys.
Essos.
Yeah. That sort of place as well. You could.
Well, there's wide bits of Essos that haven't been explored.
Yeah.
Parts of Westeros. I don't think Highgarden's been explored.
No.
Highgarden game would be brilliant because Highgarden's the Westeros version of Gloucester. And me coming from Gloucester, I would love to see that.
It'd be nice to see. So,
would be nice to see areas that haven't been explored before.
Yeah.
Are they completely committed to doing it alongside the series? Because obviously they could include bits from the books as well. Because I know some of the book fans don't really like the series.
I don't think they'll be bringing in things from the books, to be honest. It's like the Walking Dead game. It's definitely, you can see that it's more influenced by the series.
And the series is completely different to the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very different.
Yeah, especially Rick.
Yeah, Rick's very different, and his best friend is black.
Yeah.
Which they killed the black guy off quite soon, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, the series is more popular, so I wouldn't hold it against them to fall in line more with the series.
Yeah, maximum profits from it, I guess.
Yeah, and also the series is it's still complex. Talking about Game of Thrones here, but it's simplified somewhat, and the games would benefit from that because they wouldn't have to bring the players up to speed so much.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And they could definitely write.
Won't have to explain as much.
Yeah, and they could definitely write some of their own stuff. It's just that it would have to be smaller scale, I suppose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Game of Thrones.
That's back Saturday, the 6th of April.
Oh, it is.
Can't wait. It's next week.
I haven't seen any trailers for it.
Literally there. Wait, there or there?
I thought you put it in your calendar.
No, I thought I would have.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Speaking of game, this time I'm not of Thrones.
Oh, nice little
segue there.
Yeah.
These segues are getting much better.
So yeah.
Shut up.
I think you might get a mug across the face in a minute.
Game, not of Thrones, is offering people the chance to trade in their... I put this piece of information in just for YouTube. Game is offering people the chance to trade in their season tickets for a copy of FIFA 2014, Football Manager 2014, or Pro Evo 2014.
Oh, or I thought you meant all at once. I was like, yeah.
Nope. From their website, the game season ticket trade-in offer allows beleaguered footy fans the chance to trade in their 2013/2014 Premier League and SPL season tickets in return for a new copy of FIFA 14, Football Manager 14.
No.
Where you can take the management and playing into your own hands and create a football game you'll actually enjoy.
So I'm paying over $1,000
at Arsenal, yeah.
I was going to ask how much season tickets are worth.
You're looking at least about £500. I think the cheapest would be
in the Premier League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most expensive is Arsenal, isn't it?
It's Arsenal
over £1,000.
Yeah, that's the most expensive season ticket. I think the cheapest is probably Hull at about £500.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Why would somebody do that?
Yeah, no, that's you may as well just go and buy the game.
Yeah. If I can afford about $1,000 or $2,000 to buy a season ticket, I'm pretty sure I've got enough left over to buy FIFA 2014.
And what would they do with the season ticket?
Sell it on.
Sell it on, probably.
But that's... Oh, no.
That seems like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It does seem really weird. They're trying to... From what it said on the website, it seems like they're promoting it for people whose teams are shit.
Well, it might be that, or maybe they've got a new job or something that they can't use the season ticket, I guess.
I'm sure you give it to a friend.
Yeah, or you can sell it on to people who want it, yeah.
There's a lot of sell it on and buy all 3 games.
Yeah, there's a lot of online communities that you could do that on. So.
Yeah, normally you just sell it on, sell the seat onto somebody else.
Yeah. I didn't know Pro Evo was still going.
Yeah. Yeah, they brought a new one out. It's really, really strange to play.
I thought Pro Evo had just died a few years ago.
I haven't played it since Pro Evo 6.
Oh, yeah, right. So. I played the one this year. I played the demo. It's really strange. It's so arcadey.
Yeah.
Still.
I don't know how they're still going.
Season ticket. So that's very weird.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, just reading this, the offer ended 20 minutes ago.
Well, that's what they did do then.
Yeah. We are recording this on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mum. So, yeah. If you had season tickets and you were going to sell it on, you can't. I mean, you can, but maybe not as a game.
No.
Yeah.
But maybe you weren't in the first place. So, that's okay. Right. In completely different news, Wolfenstein, which is apparently similar to Assassin's Creed. Wolfenstein: The New Order Panzerhund Special Edition will be shipping for $100. I don't know how much that'll be in pounds, but they usually just take away the dollar sign and put in a pound sign.
Yeah.
Because they're dicks like that. Yeah. So it will probably be £100. Guess what the catch is?
What?
Sorry, I'm not going to say.
Okay, right. The only catch is it includes everything but the game.
What? You spend £100 to not be able to play the game.
Does it give you a download code?
Nope.
Anything?
Nope.
So what is it you get out of it again?
Right.
Is it a figurine?
In the Panzerhund edition, you'll find a classified folder affixed to the lid containing 11 classified documents, assortment of maps, case files, and even an X-ray.
Okay.
An 8-inch articulated Panzerhund statue, which is a robot wolf, made of high-quality vinyl material.
Yeah.
The statue was hand-painted, including a base, and strikes a surprisingly menacing pose for a scaled-down replica. Inset in a velvet-lined tray is an exclusive steel book, trademark G2, and a set of 14 full-coloured, weathered-looking postcards of the game's alternate history bound in a display book. Lifting this tray reveals compartments housing a set of 3 high-quality embroidered patches, and a box containing custom-moulded replica dog tags, looped and knotted on a string.
Twine string.
Shut up. Yeah.
And you don't get the game.
You don't get the game. The only thing that I can see that this is...
And it says, collector's edition does not include a copy of the game. Keep the pre-order at your favourite retailer.
We'll send you these goods separately. So it's asking you to get a pre-order of the game as well as this. The only reason that I can see that they might do this is in case people who have got the game and now that they've just revealed this, they might get it separately. So they might do it, or maybe people who don't want to play the game
spend 150 quid.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know like the figurines and stuff can cost a lot of money.
Yeah. What the hell?
I thought you was originally going to say it comes with like maps and stuff like that, and you have to go find the game yourself.
What do you mean?
Oh, right, okay, so the game that you have bought is located here.
Oh, right, yeah.
You've got like a map, you have to figure out where it is.
That would piss me off.
Bought a special edition 2 weeks ago, I still haven't been able to play the bloody game.
Unless it is, you've pre-ordered it, you've got the case.
Yeah.
So they send you that, and you get the pre-order code for somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe. From what I've seen here, it doesn't seem at all like you get like...
It's just that, the collector's edition does not include a copy of the game. Keep your pre-order at your favourite retailer and we'll send you these goodies separately. So it sounds like you're buying both.
It's weird.
But I'm not sure how.
I don't know. Maybe someone who already has the game and then later on down the line they might think, oh, I might have all this stuff.
This way we can ship these boxes worldwide and you're not stuck waiting for your game to come along with an oversized, expensively shipped box. That doesn't sell it to you,
so
does
it? comes
it?
in time with the game.
It makes this box sound completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Oversized, expensive box. That's what you're buying.
Get this fucking lump.
For an oversized, expensive
it's
box.
Not very well done, that.
Well, I mean, it may have been sold well. The pack itself, just looking at it, looks quite good.
It doesn't have the game.
But it doesn't have the game. Just very weird.
Key component there.
Yeah, just a bit. What are you doing, Bethesda? First you got the Elder Scrolls Online trying to gouge us for money. Now this. Very weird. In other news, right, exciting news. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was shown off in a developer walkthrough at GDC. I'm only mentioning this because of something I am very excited about. The classic web swimming. The classic web swinging from Spider-Man 2, which, did you review play Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
The web swinging from that was never replicated, and Kev has the box. Kev has the game right here. The web swinging in that was never replicated in Spider-Man games after that, and people loved it. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was really versatile. And your web's actually attached to buildings rather than the sky.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this. I'm not excited about the movie because it's going to be shit. But the game...
Did you not like The Amazing Spider-Man?
Nope, it was awful.
Oh, I loved it.
Andrew Garfield does not play a nerd very well. He plays a good Spider-Man, but he doesn't play a good Peter Parker. Whereas, what's his face? Tobey Maguire played a good Peter Parker, and he did play a very good Spider-Man. But I prefer...
It was better than Tobey Maguire's version.
No, I like Tobey Maguire. I may be biased because it was like the first big Spider-Man film I watched. And
what was the first big Spider-Man film that happened, wasn't it?
Yeah. I went to cinema to watch all three of them. But...
Yeah.
True. The third one was crap. But
the first one was kind of crap, but I still enjoyed it.
I prefer the first one to the other two.
Amazing Spider-Man villain was shit as well. Lizard.
Oh, it was crap. I thought it was awful.
You seen
the Lizard's design was awful. He had a really flat face, and it was just
as bad as Sandman.
All right, I'll give you that.
Have you seen the photos of the Green Goblin?
Yeah,
it's not quite
so bad.
It's not the same.
Is he the Green Goblin or is the Hobgoblin?
Is it? I thought it was Green Goblin that's redoing again.
Yeah, I think Hobgoblin's yellow and red, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then. I was just asking about that.
It won't be the same.
Yeah.
Without.
We've spoken about this before. We need plastic suited.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. We need plastic suited Willem Dafoe being really restricted in his armour.
Yep.
Chewing up every piece of scenery he could possibly get his hands on.
Talking to his own mask. We need that. Spider-Man 2, the film, there's too many villains in it. Every new trailer introduces a new villain. But anyway,
back to the game.
The game looks really good. Right, so your left arm is mapped to the left trigger. Your right arm is mapped to the right trigger.
Ooh.
Every web line attaches to a building rather than flying off attaching to empty air,
So attach the trees and lampposts as well. That you
yes,
into,
yes. So it is exactly the same as the classic web swinging, which I love.
Yeah.
It's been like 10 years.
I like the whole interactivity of right arm is on your right, obviously.
Yeah. And if you hold them together, then you do like a slingshot move.
Nice.
Which looks really good. And you can also change through a selection of costumes, which reminds me of the PS1 Spider-Man games.
Yeah. Where you get to collect the costumes as you go.
Yeah. I don't imagine...
could be a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah. I don't imagine that they'd have Stan Lee doing the narration on it, though.
That was an awesome game, though.
Yeah.
It was when you find the little spider facts.
Yeah.
Stan Lee would talk to you.
I wonder if are they going to get Andrew Garfield to do the voice for it? Are they going to get an actual voice actor?
They might get a voice actor for it. I don't
think it's related properly to the film. Like that.
Well, I hope they get an actual voice actor, because a lot of the time actors aren't voice actors. They're very different sort of things.
Did Tobey Maguire do one as well? Voice acting in the Spider-Man game.
I think so, yeah. Well, I don't think he had many lines in it. It was very bare bones story in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
The combat in it is looking very similar to the Batman Arkham games, which is okay. It looks like a much faster paced Arkham game.
The fighting, and that was fantastic. Just the rhythm kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're not button mashing, it's kind of got a rhythm to the fighting.
I saw it a lot in... Kev's just bringing out boxes of games that... I didn't play the Arkham games. Well, I played a bit of them. But I know the combat from Sleeping Dogs, which is like a faster version of... and it incorporates a lot of kung fu moves in that. So I imagine it'll be similar to that, like a fast-paced, rhythm-esque fighting system, which I like.
Yeah.
Which can work well for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's got a few spider moves, like you can hang upside down.
Probably do some sort of like jump onto his arms and double-footed into the face. Yeah.
I wonder if there are any stealth.
It did show in the walkthrough. It did show a bit of stealth.
Yeah.
Looks good. The game looks very good. So, and it's been a long time since I've been excited about a Spider-Man game.
Yeah, same.
So I may just pick it up, even if the film is going to be shit, which it will. And if it is not, then I'll eat my words.
You heard it here first. He'll eat his words.
Yep. I don't know how I'm going to eat my words.
Just draw them out of spaghetti. You know, the alphabetic spaghetti things.
Spider-Man more shit.
I'll post it as a video.
Yeah.
A trademark has been filed for Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I'm hoping this is going to be a full release and not just a mobile game. So, because I really loved Human Revolution.
Yeah.
I played, I think it was Deus Ex anyway. Are you a woman in it?
No.
Okay, it wasn't Deus Ex then. What was that one?
You're thinking of Day of Sex. Because I don't think that was a game, Kev.
No.
You're thinking of Remember Me, maybe?
Possibly.
That was the game that came
PS2.
out. Oh, PS2. Oh, God, I don't know. Remember Me came out a few months ago, and that's sort of Deus Ex-y, is like cyberpunk universe.
It was okay. It wasn't fantastic.
It had some good like memory alteration sequences. It was quite an interesting idea behind it, but the gameplay wasn't so great.
I mean, I saw it and I was like, this could be interesting. And then I kind of played it and I was like, it's alright.
It's like, it's got really good, really fantastic sections in Remember Me, but the bulk of it is quite, it's not bad, it's just forgettable. It's just there. So, yeah, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided.
Could be interesting. Because maybe you send back the promo photos and sketches and so on.
They had the Deus Ex universe that they announced, and they've got a big push for more Deus Ex things.
So it could be that.
Yeah, could be. Films coming out in a couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
Which would be very interesting. No more information on that. So, Sir, You Are Being Hunted. Ever heard of that?
No.
Right, Sir, You Are Being Hunted now has castles and a soundtrack. That was basically just an excuse for me to talk about Sir, You Are Being Hunted. Sir, You Are Being Hunted is a really good indie game. It's comedy horror, and it's a survival game set in the English countryside. It's a procedurally generated English countryside, and you play a person who's trying to survive in it after robots have destroyed humanity, essentially, and you're getting hunted by very gentlemanly upper class robots who once they spot you, the robots are all wearing things like
suits.
They're wearing like suits and top hats,
That's
or
so
some
cool.
of them are wearing like
They got to have monocles as well.
Yeah, they've got monocles.
Sweet.
Or things like the riding gear, like if you're going on like fox hunting and things, they're wearing that kind of red gear.
Yeah.
And then when they spot you, they bring out this really stream of posh English. Like, sir, you are being hunted. Please stand by.
That's awesome.
It does sound interesting.
It's a really good game.
What sort of game is it? Is it a platform like goes on Xbox or?
It's on PC at the moment.
Okay.
It may be released on next-gen consoles, but it's a really nice game on PC. I've played some of it. It's fantastic. Just
Cool.
like the fact that you can try and get away from these robots, but they have so much personality that you want to stay around them.
Yeah, just to hear what they're saying.
Just to hear what they're saying is fantastic. And now they have castles and a soundtrack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's very like Little England's countryside,
Yeah.
where you could easily just be dropped into an anonymous section of the Midlands, maybe.
Are there any Cornish farmer robots?
No, there are not any Cornish farmer robots.
Or there you're being hunted.
Stay where you are.
Could be coming in a new update, maybe.
That's cool.
Would be fantastic.
See the puttering of a little tractor coming behind you.
There's some tractor wheels.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. So that's You're Being Hunted. Our last bit of news, right. Bible Chronicles, The Call of Abraham, bear with me, is an indie game that was on Kickstarter. It's had, let's say, a troubled development. Jack should really start reading my notes. So the developers at Phoenix Interactive have attributed their difficulties in development to the fact that Satan is fighting against them.
Okay. Right, are we in the game or?
No, Satan is fighting the development of the game.
Okay.
Their game is having difficulties getting off the ground because Satan is fighting against them. The game's Kickstarter has raised $19,000 of its $100,000 goal, and it follows the life of Abraham. So they've said, if Satan is rallying some of his resources to forestall, delay, or kill this project, I think this must be a perceived threat to his kingdom. That's from an interview with Polygon. And, as developer difficulties go,
you can't
quite
blame it on
nuance.
that sort of stuff.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
I'm not entirely sure that the Dark Lord would really care so much about this.
No. If they go on by that logic, he would have stopped the bloody creation of the Bible.
If he went on that logic, he might have just hit the developer studio with a meteor or something.
Yeah. Earthquake. Open up the bloody ground.
Yeah.
Well, there's similar along lines of thinking about this pastor saying that Frozen is promoting homosexual culture and bestiality.
Really?
Yeah. And then he also went on to say, if the devil existed, or if the devil was alive today, and he's like, if I was the devil, I'd think, what would I do? Oh, I'd take over Disney. It's the most pro-homosexual company in America. It's one thing I've never heard people say about Disney.
You heard it first.
Yeah.
Disney is the devil.
Yeah. So there's similar people who think in a similar way to that.
That doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't, does it?
No.
And why is the pastor thinking, if I was the devil, what would I do?
Means the devil is a former angel. Doesn't mean he's pro-homosexual.
I have terrible thoughts about Frozen. My
It's a shit film.
my terrible opinion is that song Let It Go is not that good.
No, it's not. Because I was watching it for 19 minutes, and then I've turned it off because I got fed up. Every 2 seconds, they're just fucking singing.
I haven't actually seen the film. This is musical.
No, I mean, they just talk. You know, like musicals, you've had talking sections for like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
and then
like
they have
Disney
a song.
films for the past 80 years.
No, but this is, if you watch it. Every
it's the same thing.
15
it's
seconds,
the same thing
all
with
they
Tangled.
do is sing.
It's the exact same thing with
Tangled.
Tangled.
Tangled's a lot less song. There's more songs in Tangled than there is in that 19 minutes.
You should. I haven't actually seen Frozen, but I kept hearing that people saying, "Oh, there's Let It Go. This song is just so beautiful. It's amazing," and it was climbing the charts as far as I last saw.
It's not that
and
good.
It really isn't that good.
No.
I mean, I watched it on YouTube, and it's just like this is this is an okay song, I guess. It's pretty standard Disney fare. Maybe it's just the fact that we haven't had a good Disney song in so long that people will just be grasping on anything.
Yeah.
How do we get away from this? Bible Chronicles, the Call of Abraham.
Satan was purchasing Disney. So.
Satan purchased Disney. Satan is stopping the development of this. I've got to say, I know that I was being harsh on it, but this does seem to be quite an interesting concept for a game.
Yeah.
Like, even for an atheist. The developers, they've said that they're not interested in giving like a sanitized version of the events or not trying to push a moral message.
No, it's just showing the story that's told.
Yeah, they said not everything that's happened in the Bible was sanctioned and good. It's going to be portrayed in the proper context, and they also said that it wouldn't be influenced by contemporary morals. Mm-hmm. So they're just going to be presenting it exactly as it is shown in the Bible, I guess.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it could work as a game.
Yeah. You said it's an indie game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a large scope for an indie game.
Yeah. It should be alright then. I mean, it won't be like 10 hours or more of gameplay, will it? It's maybe a few hours and there you go.
I mean, even from like a historical context.
It could even be educational and religious schools.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't... Other than Satan fighting its development, the team seems quite level-headed. It's not really like...
I'm guessing not.
I mean, obviously...
It's probably just a mix of religious and atheists and all that.
I don't think there's any atheists on the team. It's a 3-man team as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously they'd probably like it to be like a religious education for people. But even from like a historical perspective, it'd be quite good.
Yeah, definitely.
So... Yeah, it's an action RPG in which you play as an attendant in Abraham's party. You witness biblical events and play a role in the overall group's adventures. In the overall group's... So you're being hunted. And play adventures, fetching, fighting, and questing. God appears from time to time.
Cool.
It does seem really... large in scope. It seems like biblical Oregon Trail. Which...
It's going to be die of dysentery.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to outright dismiss it.
Yeah.
Because it's something I don't believe in. It seems like an interesting concept.
And if you've read any of that, it's pretty violent as well, so there's going to be action elements.
There's certainly a lot of action in there.
It's not all, God is wonderful in that bollocks. I hate you, God. I'm going to kill this guy because I hate you. And then it's, I love you.
Like the raising of cities, people getting turned into salt.
Yeah.
All lovely stuff. I'm very interested in, you seen any stuff for the film Noah that's coming out?
There's a film.
With Russell Crowe.
No, I've not seen anything.
Is it Aronofsky?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's according to Aronofsky, it's the least Bible film that's ever been made. According to Arabic countries, it's banned. Because
it has been banned.
Yeah, it shows religious figures.
Did they ban Passion of the Christ then?
Yeah, because it shows obviously religious figures you're not allowed to in like Qatar.
Yeah.
I think Egypt would be following, Jordan.
Yeah.
UAE as well, United Arab Emirates did that as well.
But yeah, I mean, I'm interested in Noah. It looks like a good film.
Mm.
I don't
I've not seen any trailer for it.
I don't really like the idea of just like not watching something or playing something just because it might have a religious angle to it.
No, it's just
if it's
interesting
good,
to see.
if it's good quality, if it's a good quality product, then by all means.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Bible Chronicles: The Call of Abraham, and we'll see if they get more money for their Kickstarter. I don't imagine.
How long's it been going? Do you know?
Not long, as far as I know, but I don't think it will raise $100,000, but they may find ways to cut the costs of development for it. They seem quite dedicated to it.
Even it'll probably lower the quality of what they expect.
Yeah, but at least it'll get a product out.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as long as Satan stops fighting them.
Goddamn Satan.
Goddamn Satan. Why you be ruining our video games? Right, and on that note, I think we'll finish up.
Okay.
So, thank you for listening. I've been Callum Lewis.
I've been Kevin Griffin.
And I've been Jack Nichol.